About 66 million years ago, the Earth was a world completely different from what we know today. Dense forests, rivers winding like silver ribbons, and vast lakes reflecting the blazing sunlight, all combined to create a scene both magnificent and terrifying. On this land, there were not only towering ancient trees and gigantic plants, but also fierce creatures at the top of the food chain. Among them, two names made every other creature tremble: Tyrannosaurus Rex, the lord of the land with jaws as powerful as hammers and legs strong as stone pillars, and Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, the warrior of rivers and swamps, with a spine raised into a sharp sail and razor-sharp claws. These two rulers each had their own kingdom: TRex on the dry plains, Spinosaurus along rivers and wetlands. But fate had destined them to face each other to determine who truly deserved the title of the Absolute. King of the prehistoric world, TRex stepped out from the shadows of the forest, dust clinging to his rough skin, the scent of dry earth and carcasses trailing with each heavy step. Every footfall sounded like a drumbeat announcing to other creatures, "This is my territory." His eyes, sharp as blades, scanned the surroundings, seeking any sign of intrusion. He was not just a predator, he was a symbol of power, a nightmare for every living creature nearby. With bulging muscles and teeth over 30 centimeters long, TRex was nearly unbeatable, unless faced with a truly equal opponent. Not far from the plains, beneath the waterlogged trees, Spinosaurus glided lightly through the swamps, his claws skimming the water, creating spirals that marked his presence. He was a master hunter in the water, with a crocodile-like snout, needle-sharp teeth, and a tall spinal sail. Spinosaurus was both agile and powerful. He sensed a strange scent in the air, the scent of TRex, a challenger to his dominion on land. He bared his teeth, his eyes glinting coldly, knowing that the fateful day had finally arrived. The sun rose high, casting light over the grasslands and wetlands, highlighting the forms of the two giants. TRex emerged from the plains, advancing toward the river. Spinosaurus slowly moved forward from the swamps. The air was so still that only the pounding of hearts and the heavy breathing of the two massive creatures could be heard. The two beasts stopped a short distance apart, eye to eye, bodies taut like drawn bows. All the surrounding creatures, from herbivorous dinosaurs to smaller predators, hid in the shadows, afraid to move. This was a battle known to all predators and prey alike. Whoever won would be the absolute ruler of this land. TRex attacked first. He crouched slightly, then lunged like an earth-shattering storm, jaws wide open, teeth ready to crush anything in their path. Spinosaurus sidestepped gracefully, his body sliding over the mud, long claws raking the ground with terrifying screeches. The struggle began. The two colossal bodies collided, creating chaos. Trees snapped, mud flew, and swamp water splashed everywhere. TRex tried to bite Spinosaurus's arm, but the opponent's sharp, agile claws made it difficult. Spinosaurus countered with a powerful tail swipe, tossing TRex into the mud. But TRex did not yield easily. He rose, lunging at Spinosaurus again. Every bite and stomp aimed to crush his adversary. During the battle, each creature's advantages were clear. TRex possessed absolute strength, capable of crushing bones with his bite and using his powerful legs to slam and overturn opponents. In contrast, Spinosaurus was more agile, able to use water and mud to his advantage, with claws and tail functioning as deadly weapons. Strategy became more important than raw strength.
Roar.
TRex tried to drive Spinosaurus out of the swamp, where Spinosaurus was more maneuverable. Spinosaurus sought to drag TRex into deeper mud, where the giant steps would slow him down. The fight lasted for hours, with neither showing signs of yielding. Sweat and mud coated the two giants, their roars echoing across the prehistoric land. Each strike shook the ground, causing ancient trees to sway. TRex lunged again, jaws snapping at Spinosaurus's neck. But Spinosaurus twisted, raking TRex's leg with his dagger-like claws, causing him to lose balance. Their next clash sent both tumbling into a small river, water splashing, sunlight reflecting off their scaly skin. In that fleeting moment, they recognized that this battle was not merely about territory, but a test of power, honor, and survival. Every step, roar, and bite carried meaning. Who would stand atop the food chain and who would be forgotten in history? Finally, after hours of struggle, one of the giants began to tire. Both were exhausted, muscles stretched like tight strings, yet the instinct to survive urged them on. A decisive bite, a fateful tail swipe, and the outcome was determined. T-Rex, with his absolute strength, gained the upper hand. Spinosaurus, despite his agility and danger, could not withstand the mighty bites. He recoiled, roaring in pain, then slowly retreated into the mud and forest, leaving dominion to T-Rex. T-Rex stood tall in the plains, chest heaving, eyes glowing with victory. The wind carried the sense of mud, carcasses, and power. He was the absolute king of the prehistoric world, atop the food chain, a living legend feared by all creatures. Yet in this harsh prehistoric kingdom, nothing was eternal. The swamps continued to flow, rivers continued to wind, and new predators would emerge. Though T-Rex was king today, history marched on, and life in the prehistoric world never ceased to move. Millions of years later, the footprints of T-Rex and Spinosaurus remain imprinted in stone, a testament to a battle that altered the balance of power on Earth. Modern science, through fossils and research, has partially recreated this epic struggle. Yet nothing can compare to the vivid experience of these colossal beings. The battle between T-Rex and Spinosaurus serves as a reminder that in the prehistoric Earth, strength, intelligence, and survival instincts always went hand in hand, and only the strongest endured,